Hello and God bless. Today, it's a little bit different scenery. You don't see the green screen behind me for once. I figure for once I'm actually would take down the green screen just for maybe today and tomorrow and do videos a little bit differently. Where every once in a while I show off my wonderful background of posters and all that and show off this instead of just the green screen like I usually do, just because I know I love the green screen, don't get me wrong, I love my green screen, but every once in a while I just want to show you guys the wonderful posters I have back here, the wonderful shit I have hanging up on my wall of collections and all that good jazz. So yeah, I figured today I would just do videos a little bit differently. Without further ado, we're going to get into the regular video today. But yeah, today I want to make a video on this, how Bandai Namco has recently trademarked the trademark for Xenosaga's Episode 3 also sparks Zarathustra, which is the third episode of Xenosaga's Episode 3. So we're just gonna go through the article. Bandai Namco has recently trademarked also sparks Zarathustra in the United States. Also sparks Zarathustra is the subtitle name. Is a subtitle of Xenosaga's Episode 3, which released for the PlayStation 2 in 2006. There's not been any recent developments in Xenosaga series. However, the trademark might indicate Bandai Namco is considering remastering the trilogy. So pretty much, they recently trademarked also sparks Zarathustra for Xenosaga. That makes me think that, honestly, I've said it for the longest. I honestly said it. I'll pull it out. I've said it for the longest. I would love an HD remaster of this game, Xenosagas, because I actually own Episode 1 and 2. I only own Disc 2 of Episode 2 because when I bought it, it only gave me Disc 2. But yeah, I actually own the original PS2 copies of them. I want to get a PS2 copy of Episode 1 and another PS2 copy of Episode 2 for this one. But yes, you've heard me state it before how I would love to see Xenosaga's HD remaster. And yeah, I would love to see a Xenosaga's HD remaster so we could possibly play through Xenosagas again. And I know before with the Xenosaga was originally released, they were planning on releasing 2 extra volumes with it. Just like with Daigiyu, they originally had a whole thing. The reason we got Volume 4 in Daigiyu was because during the PS2 era, they originally planned on Daigiyu having another epilogue episode that would tell Ovan's story and tell us getting Ovan back. So Ovan was originally planned as a party member in the original Daigiyu, but we never got it because of time constraints and they couldn't get it. They couldn't get it out in enough time, so they just made it into a 3-part trilogy. Whereas with the release of Daigiyu Let's Recode, we got Volume 4 that made Ovan a party member and stuff like that. And had Ovan as an actual party member for the game. We could actually have Ovan in our party, unlike the original Daigiyu where we couldn't. The only way to get Ovan into the party in the original Daigiyu was to hack the game and put him in there. Well, for the first time in Daigiyu, we got Ovan, and that was really great, and that had extra story and stuff like that that wasn't in the original Daigiyu. They could do the same thing for Xenosagas, where they add 2 extra episodes, or maybe 1 extra episode that originally they were planned on with the original Xenosagas that they couldn't do. That actually adds backstory for Cosmos, where maybe Cosmos went, or maybe them getting to Lost Jerusalem, stuff like that, or just what could happen at the end of the game. I mean, there ain't much they could do with the game because it did kind of end kind of closed booked, but still they could actually go a little bit further, maybe with them traveling to Lost Jerusalem and tell their final story on whether they got to Lost Jerusalem, whether they were able to get back Cosmos, or whatever. They could tell this final arc of the story of Xenosaga that they couldn't do originally because at the time they made it 3 volumes because that went to PlayStation. We already know the whole story of Xenosaga, but they didn't make the extra other 3 volumes or whatever they were going to do. Other three episodes of Xenosaga because of the PS3 when it came out of launch came out with a ridiculous price tag, and Sony was doing these ridiculous shady business moves that really hurt them in the foot, that prevented future games coming out for their console, and made it where Xenosaga was just like, you know what, Tetsuya Takahashi was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna bother putting on PlayStation 3. I'm just gonna make this 1 volume. I'm just gonna make the last volume be on PlayStation 2 instead. So we could potentially, I believe, Xenosaga could potentially get the Daihachi Last Recode treatment, where they add an extra episode to the game. I know we also had the missing year stuff in Xenosaga that was actually not in the game. It was actually a web comic that actually told, because if anyone knows anything about Xenosagas, they would know that between episode 2 and 3 there's a big open gap. Like there's a big open gap, and that big open gap was filled with this webcomic called The Missing Year. As well as that a little bit explained through the DS games that were titled Xenosaga Episode 1+2. Now, that were told from a different perspective than original Xenosaga Episode 1 and 2. They were told from a different perspective. I believe the DS game Episode 1+2 was told from Junior's perspective of the games and all that, and The Missing Year told the story of Shion and how she met that one lady. I forget her name in episode 3, but it was a lady with the goggle eyes. That's honestly, I forget who her voice actor is, but her voice actor voices the Major and Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. I forget her name, but yeah, it's that voice actor. And yes, they could tell her, because Sion met her in The Missing Year and all, and it told about why Cosmos went to the R&D, I believe R&D 2nd Division in Xenosaga Episode 3 and all that, how Episode 3 ended up opening up. So they could add they could even add that as a playable game, or some way add The Missing Year as playable, or even a movie. Because I know originally with Daihachi they added extra movies to it, like the parody movies and shit like that. So they could even add this, and they add the Terminal Disc as the Terminal Disc movie. So they could do this maybe with Xenosaga's HD Remake or HD Remaster, and add The Missing Year as just a playable movie, you know, like how Kingdom Hearts did with its shit. Add The Missing Year, reanimate The Missing Year as the actual, not webcomic, but just short movie that tells what takes place in between episode 2 and 3. And they can also fix a lot of problems they have with episode 2, because I know episode 2 a lot of people do not like of Xenosagas, do not like it because it plays so awkwardly and it plays so clunky and slow compared to the other episodes. They could speed up, they could fix a lot of problems with episode 2 and speed it up a lot, just like they did with Daihachi, shit like that. They could pretty much give Xenosagas the Daihachi Last Recode treatment, take a lot of what they did with the, because that's what I feel like Daihachi Last Recode was. It wasn't just a testing ground for the Daihachi series, it was a testing ground for Xenosagas as well, because Xenosagas, they were like, ooh, what can we do at Daihachi Last Recode that we can take over into Xenosaga's HD Remaster. So I believe they could fix a lot of the problems that episode 2 had. You know, on top of fixing problems episode 2 had, they could also add, like I said, The Missing Year as a movie, maybe like how Kingdom Hearts did with it, 358 Days Over 2 and Recoded, and back cover, add like a short movie, shit like that, reanimate it, shit like that. And they can just do so much, or even add an extra volume. They can even add, like I said, an extra episode. It don't even have to be 2 extra. It don't even have to be 3 extra episodes. It could be just 1 extra episode, like Daihachi Last Recode did. Have it just finish off the story where they actually maybe get to Lost Jerusalem and shit like that. I mean, it honestly is cool to me to see everything like I've said in my previous video. If you haven't watched it, link in the card or go check it out, or link at the end of the video in the annotation, or link in the description box. Go check out my other recent video where I've said now it's the best time to play Japanese games, because everything and anything is on the table. Everything and anything is on the kitchen table. We're seeing games that we honestly wouldn't believe would be come out a generation ago, from the PS2 generation and PS1 generation, coming out with remakes, remasters, shit like that, that are then sparking new games in their series. We're sparking new games in their series that we would have even never thought would have happened. Like, honestly, if you were to ask me back a generation ago if I think we would get a Xenosaga's HD remaster or Daigyu HD remaster, I would say no. Now I think the sky's the limit. And honestly, I don't even think the sky's the limit. I believe there is no limit to what we can possibly get out of Japanese games, whether it's remakes, new games, extra stuff added to old remakes, shit like that. I believe there's limitless what we can get nowadays in Japanese games, which is why I'm super excited for this possible remake or remaster, or whatever it's going to be, of a potential Xenosaga's remaster. Because honestly, I believe it is going to happen. I believe this game is going to get a remaster. I believe honestly it's going to get announced at E3. We'll probably get a trailer at E3. Do I think it will be playable there? Probably not, just like how Daigyu wasn't playable. I think this will probably come out this year in the same time slot that Daigyu came out last year, where Daigyu came out at the beginning of November. I believe the Xenosaga's HD remake will come out this year at the beginning of November. Now, the consoles I think it will be available on. I'm honestly hoping a little bit of the Switch. I know a lot of people are like, oh, no, man, I don't want it. Honestly, I'm hoping it's not a Switch exclusive. What I'm hoping it is it comes out on the Nintendo Switch, Steam, and PlayStation 4. Honestly, I'm really hoping the Nintendo Switch out of them all, because let me tell you something. After seeing Cosmos in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I honestly do believe that we could honestly get this on the Nintendo Switch. I believe that was a little hint that this may be coming to the Nintendo Switch, along with other Xeno games such as maybe Xenoblade Chronicles X or Cross, whatever you want to call it. So yeah. So yeah. Honestly, this got me totally excited. It's the best time to play Japanese games like never before. If you like this video, guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're new here, turn on that notification bell to be notified whenever I make videos. And until my next video, people, this has been UncleShal saying God bless, take care, and I will catch you guys in my next video whenever I make. Peace out.